Now, parts of Brandfort in the Free State remain without water.
He said that we were going to get water after 2 weeks.
Rubber bullets used as protesting residents collided with police.
Our members of the community are unable to go to the clinic due to the fact that there's totally no water.
Taba ya pele mona Brandfort majamasiu ha rena metsi mara ho tshwana le lefu le thweng ke coronavirus go tlo gona jang hlapa matsoho di toilet di anga ha ona ntho e betere mona ha re gone hlapa ha re gone lo ya di clinic ntho ngwe le ngwe e eme mara ho thwe re sebedise metsi jwale ha le siko thuso ya rona na e tla ba efe nna ho ba rona re lebelletse hore always re dule rena le metsi ka tlong re gone ho pheya re gone ho hlapa matsoho jwalo ka thule re hlape matsoho khafetsa ba hona le lefu la coronavirus re gone ho hlapisa le bana re gone ho hlapa le
Dumelang everyone na biso la ka ke nna fish a dilang di thobaleng ke na le bothata ka problem e ke nang le yona pele ke taba ya metsi. It's the beginning of the year se re sokola metsi 3 days a ke tsebe ho etsalang ka masepala a rona. So my question kapa my suggestion ne ke botsa hore na ho ka ba jwang leadership ya rona ha re ka dulang fatshe a bua tafoleng ba re bolella hore na ke eng e ba imelang ba hloka community ba thuse ka eng.
Brandfort ke lina le dirabilweng from the commanding officer for the Second World War in Brandt.
Brandfort, or a small town with big dreams, as is being referred to by its younger generation of today. It's a small, deserted agricultural town in the Free State province. Established in 1866 on a farm known as Giron, which was first occupied by a voortrekker elder by the name Jacobus van Zyl. Later, when the farm was occupied by more white people, it led to that community being visited by the then president of the Orange Free State, President Johannes Brandt, and this settlement was named in his honor shortly thereafter. Brandfort was later proclaimed a town in the year 1874. It was also divided into 2 parts by the R30 road. Black people then lived near what is known as the Basonkop Hill, the area in which the Mountain View Township is currently located. Whites were allocated the opposite and well-developed site and town now known as Brandfort, with Voortrekker Street being the main street and the hub of the town's economy. On this street, it's where you can find the town's banks, major supermarkets, fuel stations, as well as street vendors lining up on the street selling their various products, making it the commercial and busiest street in the town of Brandfort.
From 1948, the kitchen la moja mashuni le kampitsi ke mabolo. Dinresna di toilet mo di jarteng.
Maranta location was the very first site to be occupied by black people and formed the township area which is now known as Majumasiu, and consists of 10 other locations or areas including Palming, Deep Level, Patakasli, Nomzamo Park and Scotty amongst others, thus making it the oldest township in Brandfort.
Our policy is one which is called by an Afrikaans word apartheid. And I want to make quite sure that I will not be misunderstood. And I'm afraid that has been misunderstood so often. I see our republic, the republic of the English and the Afrikaans speaking alike.
Dr. Hendrick Verwoed, South African Premier, had been assassinated.
Born on the 8th of September 1901 in the Netherlands, Hendrick Verwoed family relocated to South Africa and settled in Brandfort in 1917, and he later became the country's prime minister in 1948. Hendrick was later nicknamed the architect of apartheid after he introduced and implemented the concept of the apartheid, a system in which divided people along racial lines.
This concentration camp is more than 2,000 women and children buried. Just further down the road is another concentration camp, there by Korea. There. And then Bloemfontein, all over South Africa there was concentration, and they were fighting the women and children. They couldn't fight the Boers anymore. The Boers were killing them like dogs. Then they turned the warfare and they started taking the farms. 1902 they started signing the peace pact. That wasn't long, but it was brutal. They killed a lot of women and children, a lot.
Admiral John Winston, the first man on the African continent to build powered flying machines, settled in Brandfort in 1909. He set up a workshop at his house in Brandfort as an importer of aircraft and other components. In January 1913, arrangements were made for flying demonstrations at Brandfort Racecourse, but they did not take place due to terrific dust storms that sprang up and blew a tent down with an aeroplane inside it. Both the tent and an aeroplane were badly damaged. 5 February 1913, fire gutted John Winston's workshop and burned several aircrafts. Like many other towns and cities in South Africa, the town has and still enjoys its fair share of socio-economic issues such as high unemployment rate, crime, teenage pregnancy, as well as alcohol and substance abuse by some of its youth.
So, like 194,
Harishewa Nuyana ka new dispensation year Nuyana. They are from 1994. Utola Brandfort, I want anything. I want anything kila etala. Tabapile I want stadium. And Ronaldo Ulige, Ronaldo Budi Holo, it's about dancing, boxing, soccer, tennis. You name them, the sports they offer that is game of Brandfort.
Like, but what part of me we focused more king the talent that the uplifting the youth Go focus mostly more youth. But then whatever I see, ke di tavern tse baya tse ntse di bula. Or else a ga batle bana ba tagwe ba dire eng. But instead of making dintho tse tlo ba keepang busy, be busy opening taverns, monate eng, ntshonyana tse jwalo.
Southern school is so very important for only an activity every go school because you cannot go school home or travel between the two points, home, school. But if you make a triangle in life, like for instance, it's home, education, and then working your activity.
Bitso la ga ke ikanyeng go jwa ke hla Brandfort go letse mo ka seng enyane e le gore e tlhoka dilo tse dintsi mara re na le talent e ntsi mo kaseng the likes of soccer players ke batho ba le gore ke ba tlhoka bo dibutsu bo mago ba tshamekele go fielding yo right
so ona jwala ona di stadium a ona di sports facilities tsinka thusang gore di keep bana away from the street, away from the taverns. So ke tsone dilo tse ene re di gona tse di re bopile hantse re tla re hola. Ha ona ntho engwe tla go bopa mo bophelo. There are two things tse tla go bopa mo bophelo: education, sports. Sport is kopanya batho, sport is kopanya mafatshe.
Like the new park development ntse etswa kara I don't think gore tlamele be ntse bo tennis court ya basketball hell. How many of us knows basketball? Baba kae ba nang le di talents tse way more different than basketball.
Bana ba nou yana ba sile, bana ba nou yana ba tekisa di-trucks, bana ba nou yana ba nwa jwala, ba buisisa.
Nna bitso la ka ke Zwelenzima, surname ke Lemon, first name ya ka ke Inoko, ke tswa lona Brandfort 1972 phameng.
Nna lebitso la ka ke Tau Ponto, ke hlahetse Brandfort mona 1987 ka 29 tsa July.
Ke la ka starta ka tsuba ke kopana le metswalle e fapaneng influence ne ke fumana strateng a se ne ke fumana ntlo ke a enda pa se ke kentswe gangster ke enda pa ke ile torongo
ke oletse mona since ka ba ka tswa kana lo tsaya bophelo ka ntle kana la fumela la pelo go ntse go hana ma ntse go ka ke la pelo
o bona ntho eng amang ka peng go tsa bohloko gore ke bona basha ba rona ntse ba repeat mistake o iwane ona ke la ka o repeat so machine wa ka ne le ona o ema ka pela bona ba encourage ka po bona ba bontsha hore tsela e re ka betlelang ntho tse snacks ka yona ke efeng
ke ile ka phela le ke ntse dintse ba yana go teng mo ke ya phela na go tele la hololo ke tinezene mama ile ke ka then ka enda pa ile seek experience a lifestyle lore sharp it was different from lifestyle in the phela Brandfort. I was exposed to so much that ke la enda pa ile ke joina go di gangster ka dula ke tshwawa life ya ka ya ba jwalo shifter ka tloa mona na ka dula tinesele ka di hopes tsa go moshomo le nna ke tla e rua mining ever since lo tinesele na di mine and then Brandfort ga na mosebetsi o ba ya ile go teng for batho ba basha so ka mo bela tinesele ke re lo tsama bophelo whereas le go a ke fihla teng le teng ile of mana le teng tsona le di difficulties tse ngata tse lo ba shebana le tsona da ha ke fihla mo yano ya bantu ana wa life jwang se ke tlamela gore ke shebe gore ke phela jwang ke kopanya eng ka eng wa ga nda pa ile gore ke wela di gangstereng ka tswa ya ba life ya ka ba jwang so bophelo ma bo gangster ke teng mo di laba ka ba exposed to ntho tse tshwana le bo di drugs so because some of these things tse ne di le go di a etsahala then jo ke ntho tse le go sharp ha di batle kelello e clear e pure ke ntho tse tlaneng go be something e le gore your fat spirit so that's how I end up saying use about drugs so I end up I know lifestyle ya change drastically too much na pa ka go tla pe ka re ke tla lapeng ha ke tla lapeng go tlo bohloko ha bo mo lo gang ha ke utlwisise nka bo be jwa because ile ka fumana Brandfort di wena ne ke tsa ba teng ha ntse tsa mama ke a tse ke lo zamana le bophelo inely innocent too much but I go go like fumana it's exposed to the youngsterism and these drugs and so forth till today the face and so on to say so like no na life I got changed too much I kgone le hore bosiu go ke go ba le ka kelelo e clear.
Guess what production so
igama lami ndingusi Phiwe Trevor Sikota ndizalelwe Brandfort ngonyaka ka1968 eMaranta house number 313 ndingene isikolo Brandfort Community School ndasuka ndongena isikolo eKapa ndabuya eKapa ndazongena isikolo eBrandfort eMatsibiso Secondary School. Ikhosasi uqala kwayiforma sasuka apha sikabantwana besikolo saqala ukwazi ngekhosasi seBluefontein eMangaung ePaxnova kulapho sadibana kanotata uWhite Mohapi ibezi-founders yezikhosasi ithe ukubuya kwethu apha safika sadibana silulutsha safula lo muntu ikhosasi kwaye abantu ababengaphambili abonisa abakhumbulayo enguDankiso Mufokeng enguFrank Mugeti bobabili abasekho yaba nguBovi Pinatlas yaba ndim Trevor Phiwe Sikota yaba nguVisi leJJ Kodoi yaba ngubangani Benjamin Dagu ya abo sakhumbula bona nje
aga selemo sa 1984 hula bana le di campaign tse different tse tswang ke ANC International hona le muthaka ke le holela la Brandfort empa ha bone ke welcome Mufu teacher bank teacher ona tsamaya Freestata e kaofela a ruta batho dipolotiki hotia mohlala Brandfort ha etla forma khosas ka bo September October ho ya somewhere mo aksaopola 1984 teacher ona le Brandfort most of the time a ruta politiki
uye ke osa qala ke izinto eziqoqa senzeka imane siza pha kuthi njengelutsha vele komezo sibonisa ukuthi sineka senze intoni sinyenza intoni ukwenzela ukuthi ikhosasi yethu ibe nokuzimela
ke nako ikhosasi enesang e karia tsowa ya pa nkagalo bathe so eventually hore khosasi fomiwe batho bana le meeting bana kutuwe dipolitiki ke teacher enele nna ele Tankiso Mofokeng o tseba ka Thebe ka Mokoena fane hae ele Lephalo Thebe ele Leba Mokete
fucking up the word khale ba re tse ga ke thupa fela ke le boge modimo ka adama le eva Bona ripping to forever. They wish I can put Marandona I never.
Tabenyena ya uprising ya 1985 e qadile ka mora hore khosa se e fomiwe ho lona le mokgatlo Brandfort mo o theilwe ke bontate ba bangwe ka thuso ya station commander sa Brandfort sa Lekgowa bana ipitsa ma anti-comrade jwalo ka lebitso le hlalosa bana le kgatlanong le ma-comrade ba ne le makhosa se ka nako eo jwale ebe hore ebe mane mo ma-anti-comrade a lematsang makhosa se teng
kulapho utangiswa Mufokeng no Puffy class balimazwa khona sabathatha sabaseblufontein kwa Dr. Moroka kwathi ngomvulo we-6 zika August 1985 saqala sokukhupha abantwana esikolweni ebele o ga tsa opola le date hantle re nka qeto ya hore re lo lwantsha ma anti-comrade ha re sekolong re ya ntweng kana kwa teng locationeng majomasweu mo hono sa bona le batjha ba bangata ba samba ukwa peini e re ukwang ba re thusetsa ntweng ya rona ya ma anti-comrade jwale tsatsi le re tshantsheng re lo lwana le ma anti-comrade ka lona ebe ba mo maponisa a tswa a tletse Brandfort kaofela swento yenzeka maponisa afike nje aswi faka pendlini ka Winnie sibalekele endlini bafika ba qhekeza ifestile asibulala tear gas emva kokubulala tear gas basithatha basibamba bayosivalela inele maponisa amangata tolo and Brandfort ene le nyane haholo ka nako eo yaba ena mo ho tshwarwang motho batjha ba bangata before re tshwarwa kaofela ho ile ba le batho ba babedi bana re batlela supporto o mnosi ona le Bloemfontein a bitswa Shoti Mabote Shoti ona kopa ma comrade caucus members tsa Bloemfontein ba tlo go thusetsa ntweng ya rona Brandfort le ma anti-comrade wa bobedi ene le Thabo Moshana fane ha ke puli ona kopa ma comrade ya Tennessee a tlo go thusetsa mona empa le before aka baka fumana support ba ile ba lwantshwa stationing ba lwantshwa ke bona ma anti-comrade yana ma anti-comrade ana formilwe ke ditho sa group e ke le ipitsa di 3 million le bana ba 4 ba ba 5 ba sekolo sa Matshidiso sakufika phaya enkundleni besi-30 all in all into yokugqibela oba ngunumber 31 accused wasweleka yayingubhabhikididira so into yokugqibeleka kwecase yamaningena thiya kufika i-regional court safumanisa ukuthi abanye abantu belokisha abangazinto bakhushwa kulo case sashiyeka kulo case 13 thatha iminyaka ingaba mithathu ithetha lo case le kodwa yaphela kanje kubekho umuntu ufumanele ityala phakathi kwethu sonke apho the uprising in any community in South Africa di bakuwe ke apartheid police force kapa ke a link ya apartheid police force uprising tsa Brandfort di bakuwe ke fane ka mora hore ba bolaye mo-comrade engwe ya rona Papi Steyn owasweleka phakathi kwengxabano ebikhona phakathi kwethu
singabantwana besikole silwisana ne-SRC beziguqule ngokusebenzisa bezibiza ama-anti-comrade. Samluza nge-16 zikaNovemba 1985. Omnye ndimkhumbulayo nguVisile JJ Butoyi, naye samluza ngenxa yokuthi wahlatywa ngabantu ezivela lapho ezivelela khona ekugqibeleni, kanti abo bantu nabo ngabaliqela eliwela phaya kuma-anti-comrade. Ngawamaqabane amabini andiwakhumbulayo, abo sithi sava ubuhlungu kakubi ukuba sibaluza.
O hopole apartheid ene le mmuso o kgotlaetseng, maikemisetso a bone ka batho ba batsho ene le o tsamaisa naha to govern and divide. So that is why we are having people who died in this little town, Brandfort, kapa la influence, kapa divide and rule, ya apartheid.
Batho ba ke ne ke sebetsa le bona mosebetsi ona ke Ntate Mothega e le Morgan Phehlane.
Phakathi koosomashishini bethu esinomnye utata ibili communist uTatu
Morgan Phehlane.
Morgan Phehlane o na re supporter in and out.
Ntate Morgan Phehlane ene le ene ka nako eo pele mme Winnie a fihla Brandfort ona a etella dipolotiki pele.
uTatu Morgan Phehlane nguye ke owayi-arrange ukuthi kokuqala sifumane ibheyili suba siboshiwe, ene wayidlala eyona role ibalulekile phakathi kweepolitiki zethu.
Ba ile ba thea mokgatlo o bitswa Majomasweu Stakeholder Association. Mokgatlo wa bontate Phehlane o no lwanela batho ba batsho ba be le matlo karolong ya lekeishene e bitswa Brandt, ebile o sa dumelane le mmuso wa kgathello wa apartheid.
uTatu Phehlane ngomnye wabantu abaye bathatha inxaxheba ukubona ukuthi le nto silwela isiqhubela phambili ngayo.
Ba batho ba Ntate Phehlane a ile a re jwetsa ka bona jwalo ka makhomoriti ae ke Ntate Sdumile Jacobs, ke Ntate Monoto, ke Ntate Pule, ke Ntate Bosman ba babedi,
sibe no Tatu Tiromanaka, Robert Tiromanaka, na uTatu Tiromanaka weTiros kukho ibole beyidlala uncedeni futhi ukuthi sifumene ngebheyili usuka apho noba siboshiwe ke kusalwa ngebheyili bebekwazi ukuthi basilokhu etrongweni. Right, sibe noTatu Ompidodo Mothega.
Ntate Mothega o na le ema nokeng haholo ntate wa Opa Mothega, hobane ntho tse ngata re tlhoka mo o na re fela nna a ke na tsebo ya ntho tse empa ka hobane o sebeletsa setjhaba ke a support le dijo mane ne re ha re sena tsona o ne ana le shopo mos o na re o se ba tshaba go tla o tlela setjhaba
ile ya nako ya jwalo bontate Bosman le Ntate Phehlane mokgatlong wa bone ba sebeletsa setjhaba ho fihlela mo ba ileng ba kgatatswa ke mmuso wa apartheid teng. Ba bang ba bona ba tshwarwa ba isiwa ditronkong, ba bang ba baleya. Ntate Bosman e ke tla mmitsang ke re ke Ntate Bosman o monyane o ile a baleya Brandfort mo a lo sefa the struggle ke tla bitsa jwalo from Brandfort a ya Gauteng a fihla sefa as an underground activist ya ANC.
You see, Pan-Africanism in a ruta we chat o rate mong ka wena mongwe le mongwe o le mo Afrika o ithate o rate modimo o rate mo o e le moAfrika e le wa gana after the first military wing ya PAC poto ha re chintshela to apply ya rana le slogan sa triple S suffer sacrifice serve ke tsone se ge Zimbabwe simula e re thusa ya le yone that's why PAC from 82 isimule e lwana thata inside the country and sena re dira because rana re ithuta ka nako e sentse re le mo gae maburu bontsi bo sa tsena dikole le mapolisi ba batho ba bantsi re kgona go itirela mara e seng di-IDs dipampiri tsele se tseo se go batla o sena senepe a kere e emetse pasa so re kgona go stampa ka nako mo bereka ka re direla mo makuleng go bitswana re dira dinela company address a ke re romile motho ka South Africa sa mo re batla address e rileng khale re dira company dira signature ha go te password o ntsha pampiri o a hit you see now pomora Sipho Majola was one of the leading military reporter anana le batho bana ba dirisa go ga bone Kimba e bile gore Sipho batho ba Kimba le bantse ba tla kwa re information be re bona gore ntleng ya di roadblock re sentse re kreye information re kreye card ya ba batho ba bereka go Finch mine ka go postman mo mine wa Anglo-American a kre Anglo-American ne respecting that's how ba krele overalls what do you want we want to overalls re be re reka di-vene tse di tshotse di-photo tse di tshwaneletsa ko mine re dira betšhe re na mathaka go bitswana ba re direla betšhe ya di-BSc re apara re na le khatisi re di dirile go bitswana ha re kry-a roadblock before Coffee Fontaine re tsamaya ka di-vene tse a kere ha re kry-a maburu re ba rare no mine Coffee Fontaine o na le problem ra go ba mo di-vene tse re tsentse di betsa hela rotlhe ra pere di-overall tsa di-BS you see and ba re hitisa mo roadblock go teng mine o na le mathata go na le batho ba tripile inside the mine that's how re ba bereka maburu ba sa kgone gore tshwara mara re kgona go ete ba sa itse that's why the operation tse tsa bo Aliwal North di tse bo letlapane ba di dira ne ba sa itse gore ba tsene yang batho mara re hita mo go bona mo di roadblock tse tsa bone batho ba sa itse o utlwa re tšhelete tse re di kry-a kontle re reka dikoloi tse di tshwaneletsa bona and you see once ka nako tseo ma-China le ma-Northern Korean ba re trainer gore ha o kopana le mathata become don't have simula tona matlho o dira suspicion so rona re tsentse dilo tse ra pele gore re sa di-BS mo dikolong re tsentse dilo tse ke reng di go bereka ko mine no bulela batho ba mona go masho ko mine ra ete that's how re ile ra kgona go isa bo letlapa and re kgona go hitisa dibetse ebile le mo mafikeng re ba tlhola ka tsone tse re dire dilo tse go na le motho re direlang di-passport tse ga mangwe o tsenya mariano rona re dira make sure ya gore se ka ba tshwaro otherwise the last bullet ke ya gago re lwaneding especially ko Zimbabwe face to face re bone ko Zimbabwe ma-China na tlhala ba mare ba ne ba tsaya ba bangwe ba rena ba ba isa ko bo Vietnam ba go ba bontsha go Northern Korea gore ga go lwana go dirwe mara rona go lwana no battlefield ke ditse ko Zimbabwe and there was a time e ne ba re shule go na le anela itikiso motelane ne le bodyguard ya ga mokabe ke ene o tswa ko Tanzania re trainile le go Libya 75 ne le bodyguard ya ga mokabe ba ma ra mo hainela mang because no dilo ona le tikiti mo Pan African Travel Bureau e open to New York because since re gona United Nations information or no. Has a beko any foreign leader or foreign minister. I don't know. So this is the really Kibasimana Bakaiju. Pleke in Iliana before a beach. Komora Iliana is a beach. And Maburu Matko. Man, whatever young thing. Can never be sorry. This man will get him. Marine Lemoro and Tatari, Azama Sipo Major. Kurita once a Sipo had it before the director Sipo as a WhatsApp. Dinepe by Mokwani. A grava order to what Takakanina was ever sending name, or no Sipo at least is a secret retrace, is a reporter. The next thing about Giga Convasa Kulia on WhatsApp. Can I not get relations put it in which is naturally? I fly to New York Street here on Nasibe.
Go and check, you can Google the stories of Winnie Mandela as if it's Brandfort. Sa fail and sa stop and then sa start happy higher hakutela Soweto.
She spent 491 days in solitary confinement and was eventually banished to this home at Brandfort in 1977. There were no fences like these back then, but the isolation that she endured must have been worse than any fence the apartheid government could have erected. In paying tribute to Winnie Madikizela Mandela's life story, a holistic picture of that life must be painted, one in which the painful memories and stories of the 8 years she spent here are told.
Runa batho ba Brandfort akere a gona ntho re re tsiba because Brandfort go no sena gore dukuranta o tsa gore TV za battery le teng malapa na di TV ana balwa unless radio ga intse bulela yona gore gona le tlhokomele gona le me a go Brandfort wa le komonisi. Even we were not aware gore we ne khanti jagari mo the special branch even the season ago khulenya ibile ba chaisa o se go ka bo 2 ni show madula mani u person ko kuna ithabanyana ya ne ko Brandfort go di mo ba e bizon person ko bana wa modisa he jwale re sa tsime gore o ka akere ka se kene o tsa teng ya ha khanti ba fefke kere ba rinka di photo ha o kena mo yano miso o tla kera mo tsitsi go bane special branch la kena e go fa ha hlola ka bontle go bona gore o no yetsang rana ra phela bophelo bo impa he ka bane rona matishera ka ra bolellwa and no even our department gore bolela gore re tlhokomele so batho bo mme the parents of Banaba Batisharu. But never had information better than us because I get about Mako. So Makoba never move about Bulella for 80 Chocomele me oti mona, Wadi Comunisi, Liskela Movisa, Liskela Mudumedisa. Jan Runa, Jaleruna in the such minutes. Liano Namaka fell and a Congo, how well is a banaka, and Muchatracuna Sola for Alchakaki. Ita ra huletsa bana ba tla go moruma gore a mkhelle metsi ba tla go neletsa nna sebetsa castrol big castrol ye o mboneletsa ntho castrol gore a ba mkhelle metsi ngwana o tla matha gore a be a sai
ke se ka tsatsi le leng e le sonta ga no go badiwa koranta engwe tonna ya a ke tsene le Sunday mama be ke bona mme o ni mo Brandfort so ke le ka tloga ka tla mo Brandfort o tsa ke tlhamo ke botsa ke bone mme o go dula kae ba go dula kae mme wa ka ba mplela go ga go kene batho mo so nna be ke tloga na go ke ilong go heka be ke bona moradi wa gagwe Zins be ke mo tumedisa a ba mpotsa ke batla go kena be ke re ke batla go kena a ba re na ha ke tshabe be ke re ke tshabang a ba mpontsha go thabeng a re maburu ke a la dutse mo le bagati le batho ba ba kenang so a bitsa mme wa gagwe a tswa a re ke kena ga mannete a mpotsa gore ke mang ke ipolela ke re nna a batla seboko be ke re nna mama seboko sa go gae ke bua ka Xhosa ngamadlomo amaqadi amadlomo osupishwala ovele bembenzelo yimini a ba re a bolelela Zintsi a re ke cousin ya gago ye utlwa seboko sa ga mme wa gagwe se tshwana le sa go gae ba batla go tla mo gae mama ba gana a kena re yeno sa ba maponisa
just oppositely ena mono mo e le baker by now e ne le phapong ya jalo go ne go rekiswa bojwala ba Sesotho so batho bana ba dula ba le bangata mono ba tlala mono a bo mmedi wa pipile bana so jaanong bana ba mme wa pipile Winnie mo se rata batho haholo o tla ne a pheye o hopole go ne go sena stove ne le bisa ditofo go ne go sena motlakase go ne go sena the toilet tse flashang motlakase ne le bo se ka ba bone a temo bona gale le tsela parafino ya khalas go na le kgwa le leng le ne na le mosa e bile le tswa ko England Dandy onana no rana baker in Brandfort ile amufa stofo sa matsa ona rata go pheya stampo ka putsa e kholo ye o tla pheya a be a mama gate mo o phela batho ba ba na bojala bo me ba na bojala ka mo baker o tla ba bitsa ka mo pila ka ja hae wa ba tshulela jale ka tseleng wa mpolella gore wa tseba no mafa go na nteng kutlwisa botlhoko a ke sheba batho bana ba pepile bana ba bona ba bangwe bana ngwana sa sepe wa bona mosadi o mosetsanyana wa bona ngwana sa tlago a re pila ka ba botlhoko ke hopola ka baka bana gore bana ba ka ba godiswa ke bomme ba banki le teng ke phila because bana ba sinzisa ona le go potins go Swaziland a re ba godiswa ke bomme ba bang nna mare ke a phila ba bomme ba bang kutlwisa botlhoko sheba bana ba gae ba bone ba jwang ka tsela ke feta mo wa onkweletsa ke a feta no mafa a go ke mama keti me o na nyisa ngwana ka potolo ha ke tswe ke motho o jwang a re a go tlo go shebisa mo a go shebe ke motho go mang ke ntene le nna ke ne ke sa tsiwa ke motho wa mabele o fe tsie ha ke botsa mama ke eng ka mona mpulela mama mama ntshiretse ke frya flow ye ba a re frya o kota go frya o boetse motogo tsela pinyana sugar re ngwana ba wa nyanya o Winnie pile ha le o tsuka bela ko ntlong a re manthe a ke go tla ka sa a re iteneng go tse botlo ka bo meletsa le bomme so I couldn't understand that a se ba bohle ba etsa jalo ke batho ba boholo
neng dibeke tseo be ke diragala gore ke boele ko tirong ha ke le ko tirong ka ile gore ba ya tla Zintsi a tsamaya le moshimanyana mo bana ba re ke shakes a batla mo re tlo lata le ndata ya kae re ya Brandfort ha re tla mo be ke kreya e le opa sa kanela o nana le ngwana le Zintsi ya tlhaka dula ke ipatile mo gaone ntse ke dula go gaone batho ba mo gae ba itse gore ke mo ka morago ga kgwedi ka go diragala gore a ntsamaise ke ye Gauteng ha ke itla ko Gauteng be ke itla ke kopana le cousin ya gage wa Transkei be ke tsamaya le cousin ya gage ke ya Transkei ko Bizana ke dutse Bizana ke bona ke dutse ampore bo 3 years ka ke motlela sentse a tsamaile ga mannete ka ke mo sala morago ke ya go Gauteng ke tsamaile ka motlang Stompisi Bay ana tlhoka
ba bomba ntse ya hae a buela ko Gauteng a sa buetse ko Gauteng ye go tra story sa ba Stompisi Bay o lahlile ke teng mo a ile a kwalwa ya qala mono case ya hae I was a key witness in mono so the consultation saka in Elbo Dali, the lawyer stuck in George Bezos, via Slam, the Dali Puff. So Renera Hanseria Mono for the consultation. And if I see your mono, we not buy la hamper. Like you look for heck, Yamopulus a mono who's doing this.
I gotta be strong all the time and
me Winnie o fihlile 1977 o ya mafelong a selemo kapa mid 77 a tsa o pola hantle o fihlile le mme o Lerato a thusa bana a kgathalla bana o nana le ntwena ya hore ka break a batla sekolo se ne se le seng ho thwe ke Monamodi re ne re kenela dikolo tloa moo dikerekeng mme Winnie Monamodi mo ona fihla a ema a ba fa bana diswitsi ba le bangata re ile jwalo le mme Winnie ho fihlela re nka qeto ya ho mo tjhakela ha a ile mo tseba
the activities tsa bomme o ne go na le activity ya YWCA Young Women Christian Association ke mokgatlo wa bomme mo re kgona go kena ka di-weekend ra kopana re be re thusa batho ba tlhokang ra ba rapela ba kulang ba bang ra tlhatsetsa ba tlhokang go tlhatsa ra ba tlhatsetsa
ke hopola selemo hantle e ne kana 1980 ha ke ne ke tla qala ke ya ha mme Winnie ke lo bua le mme Winnie ka morero wa dipolotiki le maikemisetso a mmuso wa ANC ha enka mmuso ikemiseditseng ho kopaneng ha ka le mme Winnie ke mo fumane e le mme ya lerato ya kgathalang batho ibile ya sa lwantsheng makgowa ke mo fumane e le ka puo e tlwaelehileng mme Winnie was a living document ya di Freedom Charter many people ha ba ka ba mo tseba hakalo ibile motho ona sa lwantshe makgowa a hlokile monyetla wa ho mo tseba ho ke motho jwa ona khathalla le one makgowa hobaneng ke tjho hoba mme Winnie kile ka mmotsa hore mare hona le ntho ene ho thweng ke Kileboa kile settler mme Winnie ba re we don't kill a boa we kill all those who are our enemy who are fighting us ha re tsebe hore ke lekgowa ke motho o motsho
ha ke fita in the morning I'm putsa for nna mokgatlo o ke o bone mabaneng ke tsuka tse I'm mokgatlo o teng Brandfort ke be ke re hotel a re lietsang a kumpulele na le di convention ka once a year ra kopana re isa mo re kopanang mo Free State kaofela re bonsa mosebetsi wa rona re etsa eng sort of a competition abare ke a kopa hlena ke kopa gore o kopana le committee ha ke tla nka le thusa mo mokgatlo ona o nkopele go bona ai ke be ke dumme o ne ba thata bane batho ba ka ba ile committee ya kaofela ene le batho ba sebedisa makgowa ene makgowa a se batle go bona wena kopana le committee ya ka right hai go committee de ya bona gore ba tsitsipana le bona ba re empa hela go le jwalo ka ha dithuso tsona ra di batla go thusa batho ba rona a re mo dumele mara hai ana go tla mo di-meeting tsa rona mos right a ke mo bulela hai ke mo bulela lo ba ba re ha gona bothata yena a sebedisa MK ha re tla kopana le MK ine le ka di-projects MK wo he a ba re romella go metswalle ya hae the friends ga we ba Durban ba re fa the rolls material Botswana the rolls tsa ulu le cotton cotton e etsa di doils ke go di doils le ditaputuku ha se re ya jwale he jwale ke workshop mo re tshwanetse go bontsha mosetso wa rona matsogo o mo Vryburg kwana ai tabanchu qoqwa ai jwale Brandfort e le nyane jwalo e bele go re tswa ko pele Brandfort ge e bele go ya ya phagama ka tsela e jwalo ka dibaka la wena a se mo ge ka tseleng a tsare a go bo me ba bana ba ha re ka ba phutha lo re bana ba ra ba fepa bo me ba di mhlape ba phele ba je ditsatsile le ba fuma le mane dikolo tsa lona le etsa soup kitchen o ka fetlela gore e tle ba o setse o boima ka bane a kere tsebo e nyenyane e ya sokodise kotsi o tshaba ntho e nngwe le nngwe ga o batle o bona go ikatametsa go yena and what have you and more especially ge le setšhaba jaano se nagana gore o le komonisi go thata empa he go thata gore gape o mo tlogele because yena o ema fa boketeng go ditse a re ke na chance ka tsatsi le leng he bone bakgotsi ba gae bana ba re fele dibetšheng le ntho tse di buletse ba tlisa di-swings mezing e ba palang bana le discompromise bana ba palang ba tla di beya pela ntlo ya gae ka mane a kere ga o ka bona mosa a kere go na le stadium mono ne le stadium se Maseka ba di beya mono ba tswa ko Durban bana jwale e bewa mosetse wa bana e tlo wa tlhela gore ba bapale ka ntho tsena bana ba re eletsa gore o kwa molisa bole crutch tsena crutch tlampa motata o bane nna a be only a teacher by profession yang tshwanetse lwa go trainela wa taba crutch a ke na go ba re tla busela le bomme bana a re busela le bomme etse ka fumana bomme ba raro ba dumela a ba re ka di-expenses tsa high to the friends tsa high a ba re o romela ko Soweto Entokozini gore ba go observe gore crutch e ranwa jwang le ba ka qeta beke a week could be enough ba tlabe ba fumane gore crutch ke eng ge bomme ba bangwe le bone wa itatlhe ba re re bona thuso mo go mme ona ba romela in Joburg ba ya ko Ntokozini ge go Soweto ka nnete ba gotla a ba gotla bile ba gotla le di-certificate ka ba tseba le mane gore ke nnete ba attendile a workshop ko Ntokozini for so long jwale e ba bothata re kala jwang taba ena crutch re na le this brother ke moruti he ka matsaba kwa o kere ke na UCCE mo Kempehla right mane wesele ha rona els mokgatlo wa YWCA re na le di-activities tse re di a re tshwere di-workshop re ne di tshwarela ko wesele e na le holo jwale ge teng mo holong mo re be setse re kopa teng gore re practice this crutch moruti wa teng ne re moruti Mtamma se a ka a re sokodisa o ile a ananela le yena ho ebile a re supetsa ko missioning wa hae a re mo missioning o tla re adima anona sokanyana mission na sa dulu bona ka ofela go ne go na di room the front room mo stupung a re ke re stock him service I mean disoteng
e mongwe ba ileng ba thuswa haholo ke Winnie Mandela haholo ha o tla ho tsa dithuto bane Winnie o ne a rata thuto haholo ibile o ne a rata ho thusa batho le ka ditlhoko haholo bofutsana bone bo le teng kaofela kapa bongata ba rona re hotse ka bofutsana mme o na thusa haholo ka ho hopola wa Winnie o nana le a sebetsa le mokgatlo wa Operation Hunger wa o fepa bafutsana le ba hlokang ka dijo ka diphahlo jwalo mme le thuto o na e thasella haholo le motho a ratang thuto ke a hopola ha ke tla etsa ka nako eo e ne re bitsa ka wa Gestanet 9 eo ke nagana ka January na ke grade 11 o ile a nthusa haholo a ba nrekela dibuka ka nako tseno ne re sebedisa dibuka tseo thweng ke di-prescribed books o ile a ntlela tsona Gauteng di le siyo Bloemfontein di le siyo Brandfort
jwale e qala di-project tsa wena ka tsela e jalo o sa qale jwale ge a re tsebisa ho Ina Pelmon ona e ne le director wa Operation Hunger e delivera yona e ne e delivera ka kotale mele supu au le diphahlo le di-toys le ntho tse ngata fela tsa batho ya sega ya ba ya kereke fela ya mene ya kretse jona ya ba the whole community e tla fumana milimili mo so ya no re kgona gore mo milimili wo e le wa community re tlane re kgaogane dinke milimili nako dinke 10 bags re se tlile go di ja re fepa bana ba o ba le tšhelete a go seka jaaka Brandfort e le nyane jenana a batho ba teng ba gola tšhelete e nyane mos be le gore he dijo re se re phetšwa ka re sebetsa tsa operation hang then ka fee ile le 10 rand ya crash re kgona go patala bomme ba sebetsa ba le teng ne se ba ananele because a le mo e ne le mo 15 rand e ne le nyane tšhelete ba gola empa he re kgona gore go bona o a le mongwe tla fumana 12.5 ya milimi le bone re ba fa re ba arolela teng mo dijong tsa bana ba crash gore ba tle ba fumana ya ba ya tswela he
mme itse ha ke qeta matric wa ka mme Winnie o na a ikemiseditse hore a ka nkisa dithutong tse phahameng tsona tsa university
Brandfort e tla tšea gole a kgona gore a tlise meriana whereby o ne a practice the clinic now bonkgono ma kgona go fumana dipele ntho tse ngata meriana ka segata bomme ba le bana ba ile ba ya ba go traina gape continue ba traina ko ntokozweni mo ba be ba tla le ba fiwe Brandfort re ne re fiwe khumbi ke different tsa hae motsubisi this khumbi ile ya nka ke special branch bothata ba yona a fitla ke e ne ngotse Hector Peterson rona not knowing why ba re lekisa kana khanti e ka bala ba ka la gore e ne e ngotse Hector Peterson jwale from there ka bom kukumo ha high mo no moin a practice yona clinic Winnie Brandfort ya ba le hae go yena go na le gore be tronko ya ba le hae so ya ba that godmother ile gore o motho na le mathata o ya ha hae a hlotseng o ya ha hae ya kulang o ya ha hae ya lapileng o ya ha hae ya ba mme wa Brandfort
TV khona emanje maswi 467 isopkitchen ngiqalise ukuba nxa ndifika yapho umme Winnie ebesipha abantu ukutya emveni koba imkile ke ndabona into yokuba ithi mna abantu bayasokola ithi ndenze isopkitchen qale nge-operation hanga ndipheke lapha kwam ndingekenzi isopkitchen oko kutya besikupheka besikuthunyelelwa i-operation hanga imigubo neesophi sipheke lapha kwam lo project ndandiyenza ngelanga bendisipha abantu abayi-150 ukutya baphekela kabini ngemini ndiyaqhubeka nangoku nge-soup kantle ugovernment yanthusa nka tšhelete gore ke fe batho dijo mane ha dintho di fedile jwalo ka go ditše ke nna ke kopang di-social workeng dintho tse itseng ntse ke ba fa jwalo ka o kwetswe ke ba fela gona haka nna wa ditletse ka mole ntse ke ba fa batho se ke tlwaetse ba teng batho ba di-social workeng ke bona ba nthusang
It's a whole new beginning, I just call my blessing. Can the ladies scream now? Fed Bashama Flatty for AK4 fellas, my life. Yeah, guys. Yo. Hi. This is amazing, guys. This award is the second award this year.
On May, we have won the Sauma Award for South African upcoming musicians. Best dance. This is our second award this year. AK for fellas all the way from Free State, small town, Brandfort. And we thank our mayor there from Masilonyana local Masilonyana Mayor, Mr. Steve Golan. God bless.
This is for you. And Karisha Rikhacho's birthday today. This award goes to Karisha Rikhacho's birthday, Karisha Rikhacho. Evidence.
Yeah.
Sivela, Lauma Winnie Mandela was exiled in Brandfort.
Taki, Buffett. 1-2. We in the place to be still. Congratulations, AK. The next announcement.
Oh yeah, and we just get these cheese, oh yeah. It's a whole new beginning, I just call
My name is Olgato Malotle. I am a qualified beauty therapist and nail technician, and I run Olgato's Nail and Beauty Bar. I started this journey of beauty therapy in 2019, mid-2019 actually. I started a bit late when I decided to leave education. I was supposed to be a teacher, and then I left it for beauty therapy. It took me time to find myself. Once I found what I really wanted to do, I went for it and I never looked back. And I would honestly say, by my parents' support, it's what really pushed me to achieve what I've achieved so far. It's a small start, but it is a great achievement for me. Firstly, I got so much pressure because I'm at the age of 23 and I don't know yet what I wanted to do. So I pressured myself to actually find what I really wanted to do. And once I found it, I was like, you know what? Let's do this. So it's been 2 weeks now of opening Olgado's Nail and Beauty Bar, and honestly, the support I'm getting from the community of Brandfort, my friends, my family, people I've never actually met before have been calling to say congratulations. I mean, that is support enough. Just a phone call to say, hey, I saw what you did, congratulations. It's really, it pushes me. And it's been busy. It's been a busy 2 weeks. I'm happy that it's been this busy, and I'm happy that people are actually coming to see the place. People are actually coming to do their nails, get massages, facials, waxes, and what I always say is that this is not just for the ladies. Men can also come here and do their thing. I also do men. There's gentlemen's manicure, there's waxes, there's massages. It doesn't say ladies, it says pamper yourself.
nna ka lebitso ke moha ushuru ke hlaetse hona Brandfort ke goletse mo Brandfort Camaranta nna ka 2018 ke simolotse Brandt but ka bosumela ke le monotsi since well ke le motho le majita ke khotse le majita re tlhaga ka senotsi then ka 2018 ke simolotse this brand called Wenandora Clothing Brand whereby re na le dikipa re na le dipoti ya ga bona bla ga kiwe wa pere brand rage ya pere brand ka le nna re na le metsi no ana sempela le siko mo rona ba teng re na le metsi re na le di sweaters if batla di sweater that motivated for this simule Wenandora. It was because ne ke bona situations around mo ke planting mo ke goletseng teng ha ona di opportunity. But then if le motho so ntse o create opportunity ya gago o itirele se o batla ngwana go se dira but ka se dira ke le monotsi ne ke na le majita because ne ke sa batle le bona ba ithola one day ba tsene mo diretse lo nga di shapo go di drugs go se ba ikre ba le go tonko then ke atla ka this idea for majita man let's come together we simulate this brand whereby re go there's a relance lo go ke tsa from kasi lo gona re phagamise kasi itlhagelle o a go
Hi, ke gape Manaka here, man. You know, I'm a young man who's trying to push business in Brandfort, and it's how it's a people, you know, because we're about a small town with big dreams. So I'm running a Chesanyama in Brandfort. It's called Tiro's Fun Center Chesanyama. Basically, we buy meat for the community, and it's one of the initiatives that we're trying to show that it's possible to do it in a small town. I'm an auditor and the risk management by profession, and I'm one of the people that see to it that the community it's developed. So I'm really thankful that the Bravo documentary is coming here, and it's doing its background also on where we come from.
The challenges tse re kopane le tsona when it comes to go simolola brand ya ona ndo dem o kra for di-fund tsa dio for ka simolola because everything e batla saka, so ka se batlo go diza skipa wes ha ona capital go simolola for go reke skipa then o tlo go brand. So re bile di-challenge tsa go ha rena di-funds, then support wa leka from kasi ya rona we expected for ha re tlhaga ka ding eso kasi ya rona e tla ga phagamisa for there's this youth randa ding eso, so tlo re ba support re ba phagamisa. So ke di-challenge tse ne re kopana le tsone o kra for ha rena di-funds, ha rena mangwe re se ga hansa ka so se re kopanye mo kopana for re gone go kopanya dilo tse rona re di batlang.
You know, we started the disco, everyone answered it's got the disco and kikai. That's where the enthusiasm started of doing this entertainment, and from there we grew. You know, we have big sound now we're hosting also Bravo Make Music. It's one of the recording companies Tamo Brandfort that are doing major things. So we do events for Brandfort, and we're trying to showcase the talent that's there. You know, one of the major aims in the event that we are doing, it's if we can get just one star, you know, going, for me would be something wonderful. This business here at Tiro's Fun Center, originally it started from my grandfather. My grandfather was a very businessman for Brandfort. He was doing quite a lot of things, developing my hometown. So I got the inspiration directly from my grandfather, who's Robert Manaka. You know, it's said that he passed on through politics and business, but we're here and we're trying to make it possible. Part of this business is to ensure that we empower a lot of youth. You know, before the lockdown, during the lockdown we closed and then we reopened on the 14th of November. By then we had about 6 permanent staff, of which 2 was just part-time. But because of this COVID, you know, it's just not doing fair enough. So we just have 2 permanent staff currently. But we're looking on going into internships, you know, especially into the hospitality side. Hoping that we'll partner with certain institutions whereby we can not just employ people, but also empower them, you know. So I'm hoping that I would run some few 6 to 12 months programs and then empower people in terms of hospitality because of Kimo restaurant, you know.
My name is Mbulelo Fosi, the coordinator of Bambisanga Sound. Bambisanga Sound is an organization that was established in 2014 but got registered on 2017, the 20th of April. The aims of Bambisanga Sound and the objective is to elevate every young person in Brandfort and old people by assisting them where we can in terms of those who are less fortunate. We help them find donations for the kids who are vulnerable and find clothes, whatever, any kind of help that we can source for our community. We are able to help where we can as Bambisanga Sam. And Bambisanga Sam, so far, we have done programs or have programs that we do at school, so where we help these vulnerable kids, but so that we do not turn into Yaope and other stuff. We help them by doing certificates for them, those who have achieved well in their academics. We give them certificates, top achievers, a total overall winner. We gave them a blazer, a tie, and a trophy, and a voucher sometimes if we get enough sponsor for that. We do that every quarter. But since now we have been hit by COVID in the past year, last year we didn't do what we wanted to do as an organization. But so far we have done, last year we have given 19 or 17 households food parcels during the lockdown level 4. And there were 2 shacks at Slovo Park that burned down. Then we sourced a close donation for those 2 shacks, and then we went there as part of our 67 minutes for Mandela. And one other program that we do every year as Bambisanga Sam is Winnie Mandela celebration. Every the 16th of May, we celebrate Winnie Mandela Day in Brandfort. We do everything that Mama Winnie was doing when she was still at the house arrested here in Brandfort. So we stepping in her shoes, and we want her legacy to live on till the generation after us. So as Bambisanga Sam, our humble plea is that we celebrate Bambisanga Sam, but not Winnie Mandela Day should be celebrated nationally. The 16th of May we should celebrate Winnie Mandela Day. That is our humble plea as Bambisanga Sam.
Obuang ke Tshepo Monaeng Mokoena, local football coordinator ya Masidonyana Local Football Association. I'm responsible for the LFAs and the junior leagues under SAFA. We are also responsible for the sports in general in Brandfort. We are working together with Department of Sports, Mr. Walaza. We make sure that youth, they play, they concentrate, a healthy body, a healthy mind. It's sports.
Okay, I'm Loazi Mutibi, Majomasibu coordinator. Ke mosebetsi wa ka o bonolo ko etsa bonnete ba hore football ya tswella ka hara Majomasibu. Like this Easter re na le tournament e re organizitse le Bambisanga Sam, the Department of Sports, le Ntate Monaeng from SAFA Masilonyana. Tournament was successfully ka di team tse 10 le di team tse 4 tsa the Legend and Masters, and we are blessed lo re na le one of our celebrity Kagiso Digajwe and le o mong wa di guest tsene di teng di bapatsene di bapala ntho mo di Masters. So hanyane fela go tournament ke ya qala this year. The tournament e tlo duleng e tswella le mo se seng le se seng. It is an annual tournament. Re tlo etsa bonnete ba hore tournament ya bapala re ntsha bana di strateng as really di legend le bona di legend ba entse bonnete hore bana ba tla tswa strateng ba tswe di taverneng bana ba bapale bona. As you know, football e ka kgona ho repeatisa.
Then from SAFA side, we are willing to support this tournament. Re fa di blessings e tlo developa bana e tlo ntshetsa bana pele nako e tlang re tlo etsa bonnete gore this tournament e tlo ba le di-scoutara e tlo ba tournament e kgolo jwale ka tournament tse re nang le tsona bo tlabisi bo batukada tournament ke initiative ya Bambisandla Sam to see that also in Brandfort we have such nature of tournament. That tournament must be big and then they produce the player, but from SAFA side we are going to bless it. And on the other side, in Macedonia, we are blessed. We are the only town that having the SAB team. That is a Brandfort Football Academy. The team is doing very well. Yes, it's also need the support from the people of Majomasil. That is our only butter and bread that we have in Majomasil.
And one another thing, as Ndadimana Ashur, we are blessed. Tournament ya pele ya Easter tournament e ntseng ke Bambisandla inkiwe ke Young Development Academy e leng second team ya team ya rona e dlalang esele. It means we are doing a great job because of team e teng go SAB. In other side we have development. As we speak, bana ba bapala mabani. I was impressed with the youngsters, like under 17, if I'm not mistaken, about 4. Coach Obakinze, first team. That means we are on the track.
Yes, you have a team in Brandfort. It's only need people to come and just to polish it.
Hey everyone, my name is T. White and I was actually raised in Gauteng and then around 2000 I moved in Brandfort, so it's my home, you know. So yeah, I do music. I'm a sound engineer. I write music, you know, so it has been my love, you know. I've been doing music for a decade now, you know. So yeah, like what I can say about doing music is that I've helped many people and most especially the youth in Brandfort. Because like music, it's something that can take them away from substance abuse and alcohol, you know. One of my biggest highlights of my musical journey is the year 2021, you know. I've achieved a lot of things, you know. I released my second EP under a big deep house label called Candy Bings Records, and it's called Orange Cassette. And another achievement that I had is it's being on 5FM Selective Styles. It's a show hosted by Kid Funk. He's one of the biggest also deep house producer / DJ in South Africa. He also owns Stay True Records, which I'm about to release that too, you know, because there's a compilation coming this year in 2022, Stay True Volume 4. My biggest inspiration, you know, when it comes to music and myself, you know, it's my late brother, you know, because he was a musical person, he was a rapper, he did a lot of things, amazing things, because I believe like that's how maybe too he influenced me to do music now, because always I've been around him, and you know, so yeah, I believe like he's my biggest inspiration. He did a lot for my musical journey, you know, so I'll always be grateful for that. And yeah, 5 years from now, I want to see myself playing outside where I'm from, you know. I want to see myself being the next Black Coffee, you know. So yeah, my message to the youth is that stay true to yourself, you know. Do what you love and love what you do, man, and stay away from a lot of things, negative energies, you know. Keep have a positive mind.
My message to the youth would be, once you have a dream, chase it, and once you've caught it, never let it go.
Now I'd like to encourage you guys already. Mobile pilong, it's either you choose to do good or to do bad. When I want to lead the choice, I'm going to The peer pressure for nice Spanish guys.
My take always is that if ever you wanna do something, walk alone, do it alone, the crowd, people will follow. And most importantly, believe in God, God is the one with possibilities,
I wanna go somewhere riding, then you mustn't give up on it now. Because it's now or never. It's either you do it now or you don't give up.
Guys, the drugs it's on like a solution in 5 minutes. Then after 5 minutes, you go back to square one.
They say I gotta be strong all the time, and you ain't gonna vent on someone like, yeah. Send me a song, send me a song, send me a song before I close my eyes, before I close my eyes. Boy, don't cry, be strong. Boy, don't cry, be strong. Boy, don't cry, be strong. Yeah, look. Mommy, I'm bruised. Mommy, I'm shook. Mommy, I'm broken. I lost my way. I don't know what to say. If I do cry, do I pick up the pieces? I told you I'm head. Look for a star from the sky. I hope that's dead. Looking out from above. Everything we have, everything we pray for, everything we put up to the Father we go get. Ratola how I'm believer. Keke kabona kisidwa. Hello, gonna bubima. Loko ba how ke buutwa. Unenen ripusha. Matsatsi ha tshwane ra busha. Khale re kena. Robala ho sena litho. O sanritsu wa ka thapelo. O re rapela ngwana ka.